Hello children, how are you? How are you today? I'm good, I'm well. What about you? Hello kids, welcome to savitaphawadeacademy. This is our SST lecture. Social Studies, my wonderful book of Social Studies 2.0. This one, class 4th CBSE board SST textbook. Kids, today we start third one chapter is one title India physical divisions, and second one India physical division part first, and this one third one chapter India physical division part second. You can see from this one lesson learning outcomes we learn here. Describe the physical features of the Thar desert. We all know Thar vehicle. Students will be able to describe the physical features of the Thar desert region. Then I explain the climate and natural vegetation of the Thar desert design. Third one, list the causes and effects of the shortage of water in the Thar desert design. Thar, this one biggest desert. Okay, explain the characteristics of the coastal plains. This one questions answer also we learn from this one third one chapter India physical division part second. Let's come, please pay attention. First one our part topic is the desert region. Rajasthan is divided into two parts by the Aravalli range. How many parts? Two parts. Aravalli range. Okay. Hill. The western side is covered with sand and is called the Great Indian Desert. It is also known as the Thar Desert. It extends from the run of Kutch in Gujarat to the borders of Haryana. A desert is a vast area of a flat land covered with sand. It is also called the sandy plain. Small hills of sand are called sand dunes. What is the sand dunes? What is the sandy plain? What is the desert? What is the Thar desert? These type questions your teacher, your SST teacher give you using this one on this one topic, the desert region. You can see this one picture. This one a desert, Thar desert. Okay, you can see flat area land covered with sand. This one a Thar desert. Okay, see next one our topic climate and natural vegetation. The climate of a desert remains very hot and dry throughout the year. Rainfall is scanty, which leads to shortage of water. Summer season is marked by hot days and cool nights. During winters, days are warm but things are extremely cold. There is hardly any vegetation, only thorny bushes, different varieties of a cactus and a kicker grow here. At some places, underground water comes to the surface. Such places are known as oases, singular oasis. What is the oasis? You can see this one oasis. Oasis is a natural sources of water in a desert. You can see water is here. Natural water sources. That one place called a oasis. Okay, in a desert. Date, palms are grown here. You can see date, this one, palms are grown here around oasis. A caravan is a large group of people traveling across the desert. Dash dash is a large group of people traveling across the desert. Caravan, very important. Okay, please note down. They normally rest near in oases after a long journey through the hot desert. Okay, kids, now you on page number 25. Please see. Topic is shortage of water or water supply. Okay, there is a acute shortage of water in the desert as rainfall is very little. Why rainfall? Very little rainfall because of water shortage. As a result, this region remains hot and dry. Climate hot and dry. There are streams, but they are few, very few. Okay, the government has taken certain steps to ease the difficult life of the people living in the desert. Water of the Satluj river, which river? Satluj river, and its tributaries now reach the desert through the Indira Gandhi Canal. Which canal? Indira Gandhi Canal, also known as the Rajasthan Canal. Indira Gandhi Canal, also known Rajasthan Canal. This has changed the life of the people and has also made the desert green. Who made desert green? And which canal changed desert people, Rajasthan people, desert people, Thar people life? Who changed? Indira Gandhi Canal or a Rajasthan Canal. Okay. Next, around the canal, green fields have come up over a period of a time. Farmers grow wheat, gram, bajra, jowar and maize. Surgathar near Ganga Nagar has grown into the biggest and the largest wheat farm in Asia. Kids, it's very important sentence for a one sentence or a fill-ups or a match also. Okay. Suratgarh near Ganga Nagar has grown into the biggest and the largest wheat farm in Asia. Which is the largest and biggest farm from Asia or in Asia? Which one? Suratgarh. Okay. You can see this one, Indira Gandhi Canal. Indira Gandhi Canal also called Rajasthan Canal. Okay. Here is a questions MCQ. You can solve easily. If you have any problem in next SST lecture, again we revise this one chapter and solve all exercise. Okay. In this lecture we only explain. Okay. And next SST lecture we again in short we explain also and taken all question answer. Okay, solve all question answer. See, next one topic, the coastal plains. India has a long coastline. It is about 7,600 kilometer long. How much? 7,600. The coastal plain is a strip of a plain land near the sea. The Deccan Plateau is surrounded by a narrow coastal plain on the eastern and the western sides. The plain along the western coast is called the Western Coastal Plain. The plain along the western coast is called the Western Coastal Plain. The plain along the eastern coast is called the Eastern Coastal Plain. Yes, you can see difference. Western coast is called Western Coastal Plain and eastern coast is called Eastern Coastal Plain. Okay. Both plains meet at Kanyakumari. Both eastern and western. Where eastern coastal plain and western coastal plain where meet? At the end Kanyakumari. Okay. Which is the southernmost tip of the Indian mainland. Very important. Kanyakumari and Western Coastal Plain, Eastern Coastal Plain. Please mark it. Okay. Kids, now we are on page number 26 and it's very important. You can see here a map, the coastal plains of India. This one map. Please Observe each and every coastal area. Where is a ghat? You can see here Western Ghats, here Eastern Ghats, okay, and you can see here Western coastal area, okay. Here is a Kanyakumari. Each and every word please observe and study, okay. The Western coastal plain, okay. Next is our topic. The Western coastal plain lies between the Western Ghats. Western coastal plain. Where is the Western coastal plain? You can see Western coastal plain. Here is. Where it's lie between Eastern Ghats and Arabian Sea. Where is Arabian Sea? You can see Arabian Sea. Blue is a water. Arabian Sea. This one. Okay. You can see here Arabian Sea. Bay of Bengal here. Here Indian Ocean. Okay. Now see. Next is it extends from the Gulf of Kutch in the north of Kanyakumari. See here Kanyakumari. Okay. And Gulf of Kutch in the north of Kanyakumari in the south. Okay. You can see here Kanyakumari. The west coast receives lot of rainfall from the monsoon. Who? West coast. Where is the west coast? See? Here is a coast. Here is a Kochi. Here is a Malabar coast. Okay. Here is a Konkan coast. Here is a northern. Okay. And this one a bigger Eastern Ghats. Okay. Here is a Nilgiri Hills. Okay. See. The west coast receives lot of rainfall from the monsoon winds. It has a wet or a humid climate which is good for growing spices, coconut, rice and bananas. Kandla, Panji, Mangalore and Kochi. You can see here is a Kochi, here is a Mangalore. Okay. Are the important seaports near a sea? So it's a important ports. Okay. Seaports. Seaports we using always for business. Okay. Import export business like. Then next Konkan coast. Where is the Konkan coast? You can see here Konkan coast. Okay. Konkan coast. The middle part of the western coast then is called the Konkan coast. It extends from the Gulf of Khambar to Goa. Mumbai is an important seaport of the Konkan coast. You can see here is a Mumbai. Okay. And here is a Panji, Goa. Then next Malabar coast. Where is the Malabar coast? You can see. See Malabar coast here inside. The Malabar coast is the southern part of this plan. The extent from Goa to Kanyakumari. From Goa to here Kanyakumari. Okay. This coast is famous for salt water lakes called lagoons. Lagoons means salt water lakes. Okay. Called lagoons. What is a lagoons or what is a Kailas, that types. Okay. Also called backwaters also. Salted waters. Okay. Lagoons are connected to one another by canals. Kochi is the most important. Kochi. Here is a Kochi. Okay. Kochi is the most important seaport and has a huge shipbuilding yard. Huge shipbuilding yard. Which one? Kochi. Okay. This one Kochi. Okay. And this one black waters of Kerala, means salted water. Okay. Then next topic on page number 27. The eastern coastal plains. The eastern coastal plain lies between the Eastern Ghats and the Bay of Bengal. Okay. Rainfall is low in the region. You can see here is a Bay of Bengal. Okay. Mahanandi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri rivers flow from deltas along the eastern coast, which makes this area very fertile. You can see rivers. See, Kaveri, Krishna, Godavari, Mahanandi, Tapi, Narmada. Okay, all are rivers. See in a blue. Okay. Then next, come to the point. Along the eastern coast, which makes this area very fertile because of river water. Okay, area are very fertile. Rice is the main crop of this region. Rice want a lot of water. Okay, and near river farm rice, they take a main crop. Okay, therefore it is also called the rice bowl of India. Yes, rice bowl of India. This one question your teacher can give you. What is the rice bowl of India? You can write down. Rice is the main crop of this region. Which one? See, from if you want to write down a bigger answer, means for a broad question, you start from the eastern coastal plains. Okay, if you want a short answer, then you can write down rice is the main crop of this region. Which one? Mahanandi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri rivers flow from deltas along the western coast, which makes this area very fertile, and rice is the main crop of this region. Therefore it is also called the rice bowl of India. Okay, sugarcane, cotton and tobacco are also grown here. You can see the Coromandel coast, this one. Okay, see here answer. The northern part of the coast is called the northern Circus Vishakhapattanam. Vishakhapattanam is the most important port. Which one? Vishakhapattanam. For Phillips, very important word. The Coromandel coast, this one, Coromandel coast, is the southern part of the eastern coastal plain. The coastline is straight. Chennai, one of the largest port of India, is situated here. Where? The Coromandel coast. Okay, Chennai, one of the largest ports of India, is situated here. Okay, then multiple choice questions and very important new words. Okay, and points to remember. Please by head new words and points to remember for a quickly answer. Okay, please pay attention. I read here for you. Caravan. Caravan. What is a caravan? A large group of people traveling across a desert. Gulf. What is a gulf? A narrow part of the sea which enters the land. Lagoon. What is a lagoon? A salt water lake separated from the sea. Oasis. Plural oasis. What is a oasis or a plural oasis? Fertile area in a desert where underground water comes to the surface. That one called a oasis. Sand dune, a small hill of sand. Seaport, trading center and a place from where ships sail. That one area, that one place called a seaport. Yes, understood? How much? Question answer you write down if you buy new words, for example, and points to remember is very important. Okay, main 4 points textbook given here. Inside points to remember. The great Indian desert of the third desert lies in Rajasthan. A desert is a vast area of flat land covered with sand. And next is in desert. We on page number 28. In desert, summer seasons is marked by hot days and cool nights. In winter days are warm but nights are extremely cold. Oases are the places where underground water comes to the surface. The Indira Gandhi Canal has changed the life of the people and has also made the desert green. The plain along the western coastal of India is called the Western Coastal Plain. The plain along the eastern coastal is called the Eastern Coastal Plain. What is the Eastern Coastal Plain? What is the Western Coastal Plain? Your teacher can give you questions this type and answer is here. The two coastal plains made the Kanyakumari, which is the southernmost tip of India. Important ports of the western coastal plain are Mumbai, Kandla, Panji, and Mangalore. Okay, your teacher can give you write down or make a list main important ports. Okay, important ports of the western coastal plains are Visakhapatnam and Chennai. Okay, and ports are divided western coastal and eastern coastal. If your teacher can give you write down western coastal ports, okay, or write down western coastal ports, you can write down. Okay, answer is yeah. Kids, today we stop here and next SST lecture we continue our main exercise. Again we revise this one chapter in short and then start a exercise. Question answers. Till it, please read this one lesson minimum 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. Yes, and write down main words, new words and main points. Thank you kids.